Good morning and welcome back to Cooking with Kale. I'm your host, Kale, and we're doing the hour of seconds, which is 1 hour work on your secondary thread slash project, followed by at least 2 hours of work on your primary thread slash project. Usually I do this at 6:30 to 7:30 a.m., but got a little bit of a YouTube addiction. Sorry, I chat with a bunch of people all over the world in YouTube chats. So it all depends on whether or not somebody took my interest today. It was Tim Billiou. That guy's pretty cool. Definitely would highly recommend checking him out. But how do you spell his last name? Bilyu or something? Billiou. I can't remember. That guy's super cool though. I definitely would recommend him. He's a reasonable person. Very entertaining. Wise guy. Well, wise person. Okay, so what are we doing? We're doing the Script2 hybrid embedded C++ API. If I could get to it. Looking up the Alien Enemies Act. You can find this at github.com/Kabuki Starship /Script2. And it is 11:12. So I got to get to it. So what did I do? I had an error in the ASCII data spec where in my implementation of the string where I had for some reason justified using pointers with the string printer. Hold on, I still use the pointers with the string printer, but with the auto string, I was utilizing some pointers. I was utilizing the string printer. And one, this completely violates our the ASCII data specification interprocess and do not trust policies. And two, it was completely not necessary. So the way that we create strings in ASCII is we use the bit pattern for the 16-bit type. And we're going to use the vector type and POD bits. We're going to create a stack of characters using the POD table. So the characters are 3, 7, and 11. All right, they're nice and easy to decode with this layout. And then we get some illegal types because the memory is not aligned on any system. So we're going to utilize this stack of characters. All right. So I moved the code. Why is that an auto array? An auto stack is an auto array. Okay. So an auto array manages the dynamic memory. Not sure exactly why. It's like this because I need to get the what do you call it? What is an auto array? We have an autoject, and then we have a boofer, which is a buffer. So herein lies the problem. All right, so this thing has a type, and so I need to use a const expr to get the type. So I need to create with my bit pattern here. I'm gonna have to create like a stack of characters. Okay. So I have the HB is a character. B means 16-bit. So then we're gonna make a stack. You cannot make an 8-bit array of 16-bit characters because then we would have to waste a byte. I mean, you could do it if you just wanted to waste the byte, but we would. It has to be memory aligned. So we're going to make a stack. We're going to keep track of the number of elements and the stack count. So that's going to require two values. So therefore, we can make an 8-bit stack of the 8-bit stack of 16-bit characters. And then if we want to make an array of characters, it's just going to work as an array of characters because the idea is that we need to utilize our 16-bit ASCII data type pattern in order to print things to the console or to stream them to another computer or to serialize them. And then we would want to be able to print an array of characters. And then by that logic, we would probably want to print a matrix of characters. So I have not used the matrix, which is the MTX over here. The MTX, the matrix, which starts off with a stack. Wait. Yeah. Starts off with a stack, so it's memory aligned because there's two. So in order to memory align things, you don't have a whole lot of combinations. You could have like a double size type and then two types and then a double size type. That works pretty good. So this is then this needs to get translated into the code for what it is. I'm going to make a stack of something. And so that's a little bit more tricky. Maybe I need to look at making a const expr function for that. So let's go look real quick at the type function. Or sorry, it's a type now. A, not function atype.hpp. We got a context handler. We have our strings. Not sure if I might want all my strings in one file. This is probably out of date now at this point in time, huh? Errors. Okay. So T type. Is there a C type? Here's C type. Let's look at this. What do we got with C type? There's not a whole lot. C type map. So this is where I would put it. We do C type. Type vector. T type. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to do const expr. DTV. C type. Hold on. So what do I want to do? I want to do a no first. Yeah, is it unsigned or signed first? Usually signed first, or is it alphabetic? Sorry, I can't type. Integer signed, 8-bit. And that is turn. Sorry, is no. Oops. All right. Now I'm just gonna go through and what am I gonna do? 1, 2, 3. Wait, which one is it first? Is it the that's not it. I have too much stuff. Here. What am I looking for? Unsigned, signed, character, flow. done with this for right now. C type. Maybe I'll do CA type. What do I do? Oh yeah, I gotta update these too, huh? This one's not really supported with the C++ natively. I'm gonna have to come back to that one. Maybe I should do the next row and just comment them out. Uh-oh. Damn. This one. Let's comment that out too because something's wrong right now. And then let's make a stack. Now what do I do? Now I do what? Template, type name, T, X per CA type. Okay. CA type. What is this? CA type. What do I do? I do what? T. Oh. Work. All right. Okay, so that worked. We're just gonna have to then take that in the thing here. Type CA type CH. T string type size of. Is there a T string type? All right. T stack type. What is it? Template SDK argument stack arguments. It's gonna be, what is it? DTB T stack. Wait, hold on. Const expert. Why would it be inline and const expert, right? C stack. I don't really like that too much. What am I gonna do? Right. And what do? I return. I'm returning. OCA type T. Wait. T stack type. Don't I need to do the oh, VT array. Why? Where's the stack? Well, here's the. This doesn't make any sense. Huh? Where is that coming from? Okay, but there's no. Stack mask. Huh? Mask for the vector. Yeah, right. Why is this vector? Okay. Alright, well, this doesn't make any sense. This is supposed to be a stack. And VT. I don't really like this. Mask, it's not really what it is. Is it? I'm not masking, though. Bits is okay. VTP bits. That's okay. I'll do if it says bits. Mask was like, okay, this isn't right. I wish that wouldn't pop. VT. ERY. EOD. MDX. What? I don't know exactly why that's that. Where's the stack? I'm just gonna close all of these and then open I always get confused if there's too many files open. Or let us say more confused. All right, so what's the problem here? Now I need to make the T stack type. I'm gonna make this the first one. It's gonna say SCK bits or CA type. What is that? T. All right, so this one needs to be CA type POD. CA type POD. Did I drink all this coffee already? No. All right. What is this? Press enter. I can't wait till I get more progress on this. I want to make this live stream entertaining. Right now, I'm just unable to do anything entertaining just for a little while. But we'll have it going. I'm just like grinding. This thing's been a nightmare. Yeah. Should have been working on closed source stuff with somebody else's API, but I don't know. What are you going to do? I made my own API. Feel bad for me. T string type. What is that one? So what is it? Um, it's the same thing. You just return the VT stack bits or CA type POD. It's not too bad. You know, it can only do a certain number of things. Unfortunately, this cannot remap the type, the context type with this. This is all I can do. Not 100 on absolutely everything. It does work really good. Yeah, there's some limitations on what you can do in C++, of course, you know. Type. Let's say POD. DTP. TRAM factory. What do we got? Oh, right. So many errors. What is this? TRAM factory. What is this? Type? No, C type. TRAM factory. Right, so I couldn't. Okay, so these things with the RAM factory can unfortunately only be loaded from with this method of declaring the data type. The only way for me to do this is with the triangle brackets with this technique. And so I don't know about that because there are more types than this, and I need to do the context types. It's gonna work for basic stuff. I have to figure out something else for more advanced stuff. Valid argument for TRAM factory expected compile time constant expression. type is invalid, bro. That looks okay. Maybe I could do this one instead. So stack. What? TRAM factory. What do we got in here? And this doesn't make any sense. Why would it say stack heap, right? Did I just create memory? What am I in? What function am I in? Clone? Oops. It's either the stack or the heap. Clearly, this was the heap. Alright, so now we're down to this one little problem, theoretically. So this type goes here. Alright? Compile time constant expression. I know that can be problematic with this one. It's easy for like the basic types, but what about the extended types? How do I get it to print like that it's an extended type? Got a big list of like extremely important extended types. Right. Not sure exactly what to do. One thing at a time, right? TRAM factory. And this is DTB type. Okay. I mean, really, I should have a. It should say type name DT and then DT type. Wait. So now I just need to go around and look at all the references to RAM factory. There's no way that's all the references to RAM factory. Oh, this is in the document. I'm sorry. Wait, don't I have to just do open triangle brackets? That'll get me right to it. So was it DTB? I can just put 0 for right now. This particular part doesn't necessarily matter. That's it? Okay. And this is DTB. And then type. What is type? It's supposed to be C type. It's a constant expression. TRAM factor. Oh, did I not get them all? What's the last one? Boover ran the factory. A block of heap. What is that? What? Type. That'll do that, right? Give somebody a nice little pleasant surprise. I gotta go with that. Not getting anybody. All right, what am I doing? All right. All right. I have really lost a lot of time today on this. I don't even want to do any of this stuff right now, but I have to. Factory TRAM one. C type. All right. Well, what do I do? Well, what does it do with the last? The last one is an Izzy type name. So what I don't have to put. If it's a word size. I don't know. I think I'm gonna get rid of that. Yeah, that just seems to be error prone myself. I don't get it. Can I use? Can I not use the C type at this point in time? What is it exactly saying? Expect compile time constant expression, but it is. I guess maybe this is an example of when you can't really actually do it. That sucks. ACA type POD thing. Inline and constant expression are just, they're incompatible with each other. I don't think that would change anything. Oh, what happened? I thought I clicked it. I was really hoping that this would work. Apparently it won't, though. I mean, one option is that I can put the type. So the boofer. I don't know. It's just easiest for me to say that the type just doesn't need to exist here. I can just get the type. I can get that information programmatically from the one. So what's the idea behind this? A long time ago, I said I was gonna be able to get the type through these RAM factory functions. Well, I'm just gonna have to remove that whole concept here. All right, this is just gonna be the easiest way to go about doing it. I'm just gonna have to go around and just remove all of these things because apparently my idea doesn't work. Wouldn't be the first time. Plus, I worry about ROM bloat too. So, good riddance. Maybe I should have looked at how many I was replacing there before. Um, T putter and then type. Huh? How did this even get here? How did this get here? Oh, this is the type, right? Okay. So what do I do? Um, I mean, I could return the size width here, right? This isn't templated, is it? Size max. Okay. Returns the heat. And then, so what do I need to do with this? This one can be confusing to remember. This is actually the correct wording. So the CPU, you'd have either the words or the bytes. And so bytes is what? There's a 64-bit, so that's an 8 byte. And then log 2 is 3. And so this is the number of bits that I have to shift in order to word align something. All right. So I guess this wouldn't work with this format because I would need to be able to identify how big an autoject is in bytes. Okay. So I would need one a terrible amount of bloat here. What do I need to do? I would have to repeat these functions. So I would want one, maybe a prototype. So I have an ISI here, and then hold on. So if I knew, in order to call this RAM factory, wait. So what am I going to do? So I have a RAM factory. I'm producing a block of RAM. I'm then writing the number of bytes in the first ISI. All right. So then I'm going to give you an autoject or an auto object. This needs to be up at the top. Oh, it is. I'm sorry. Oh, it's in the .h. Right. All right. So we got the autoject. And then I need to return this tputter and then type. So this is the type. But I don't have a type anymore because what? What is the problem? How do I store these types? So like I have a I'm trying to avoid any sort of ROM bloat from creating these functions a bunch of times. I do have access to the ISI right now. So when I create it, I'll do so with the template syntax, passing in this ISI type. Integer signed. Z means it's the biggest one. And then what do I do? What is he? Wait. Wait. No, I need to get the C type for the ISI, right? CA type. CA type here. I'll put it right here. POD. integer sign. Loading breaks. All right, return. Returning. All right. Let's try this. Why is this like this? Why is it heap and stack? Then we need I'm sorry, what stupid thing just happened? Click another stupid thing, get out of my way. All right, how about this one? Do I need to use an enum? Seems to work. At least I could get the information about the width of the signed integer size bytes or array element total. So what do I do? Yeah. Oh, I left my mic muted. Oh, I hate it when that happens. Well, I do believe that my time is up. I don't need long live streams. I am not done, that's for sure. I'm supposed to switch, so maybe I'll just leave it on for just a little bit longer. I think what I'm supposed to do, you do the hour seconds. So, I got my timer for the hour. All right. And then currently we're hacky right now because I'm just overwhelmed with things. Then we go down to Pomodoro time. So we'll do the hour seconds and then a Pomodoro cycle. Max. So the size width is the code for there's 4 different possibilities: 8, 16, 32, and 64-bit size width. And then it's constant expression. Why do I have a DT? Maybe I don't need this. I mean, I could say the DTB, it just cast out. Let's just look at this logistic. It's just so confusing. CA type size width. So what does this do? A size width is 0. So I take the CA type size width. Okay, with my data type. And then I return the data type. Does it even matter? I don't think it matters. CA type size width. Where's the one that matters? This one? So CA type integer signed Z. And then there's 2 of them still, unfortunately. But this one's not really the right. Hold on. So I do 2. So why do I do 2? Because I have 4 options. Let's go look at the data type table. POD type. There's 4 of each. All right. Missing the 8-bit float because that's a context specific type. All right. So there's 4 options for 8, 16, 32, 64, and 128-bit minus the null. Nil. Why isn't zilch nada void? Null. Zilch nada. Nothing. What you got? I might interject, or I might insert some funny things in the ASCII data spec, but nothing insulting. It's definitely a cutoff. There would be an okay encoded these nuts in the ASCII data spec, but to have something that's like if I said zilch, nada, nothing, what you got, which is funny, but I would not say something like that. But I might encode a penis somewhere in there. So what do we got to do? So then I'm moving them up 2, right? So I'm getting the size width code and then moving it up. And it's just another way to arrive at the same way of going about doing it. All right, I'm going to delete the other one. The other one that I wrote is superfluous. That's the right word I'm looking for. Superfluous. More than wanted or sufficient. Unnecessary. Excessive. So superfluous would be excessively unneeded. All right. So what do? You take the. Oh shoot! What do I do? I deleted one, right? Then I need to do the. What is it? Tea putter. Iowa. Was that right? All right, whole new set of errors. Woohoo! They seem to be all on the same line though. So, damn. Hey, look. I think it's going where I want it to be. It's so confusing the way it says print. Because usually print means I'm printing out to the console. And then this, I'm printing out to a string. I got really confused when I saw that. So what do I got to do? T stack begin. Start. Stack plus count. Okay. Uh, the what's going on? I cannot convert from a underscore t to underscore t stack. Damn, bro, that's harsh. That's harsh. So growth. What is the growth? All right. Start. Where's start? Get defined it. Start is equal to stack. Wait, hold on. Right, because that's the original one. Okay, that should take better. One more. Wow, with a capital K. Whew. Going big on that one. All right. Set of errors. I love it when that happens. Yeah, my favorite. So you really want to get it good at C++, what you got to do instead of whenever people see things that are like, oh yeah, hey look, it's that would like be a total pain in the ass. I would never want to debug that. You got to be like, oh hey look, the thing. Act like it's your favorite thing. You're like this. I love this one. Right. Yeah. Yeah. FML, right? Growth is equal to what result? I'll say count. I mean, the result is what do we got to do? Case it to an easy, right? Huh? To easy, a result is equal to so the result is gonna be a pointer, right? And then start is going to be another pointer to another character, and then I'm gonna get a word when I do that, but I can just do that because I'll be fine with that. I know that I will. I don't know if it's going to complain. Is that going to complain? Should be fine. Well, yeah, I know it would be fine because that's what it started out as. I then converted it to pointer, and then I converted back. T stat pointer stat putter stat something or other origin over here. It says what initially I cannot convert this like T to a T stat. Where's the T? T putter. What is this? All right, different error. Next, T stack begin. T stack begin. T stack begin. Origin print. It keeps messing with my mind that it says print. Print almost always means I'm like printing it out to the console. Why am I printing? Oh, because it's a string, right? Print to the string. Print to the console, print the string. Sounds good to me. Can I convert from underscore T? I don't know where underscore T is even coming from. So T stack begin. Oh wait. A herderper. You know, where is the T even coming from, right? Oopsies. Yeah, do that a lot. Huh. All right, get in there. We ever gonna be able to debug it? I don't know, man. And grow. What is this? 368. Does not take 0 arguments. Damn, bro. So grow, huh? Where am I calling this at? It doesn't take 0 arguments, huh? Wow, dude. So what is it? Needs the object. Needs a string source total count. So we want the obj. Where's the string? I just need this one. Where is it? Row. str source. Okay. Source. Why is this like this? So is it, this is the one that I'm trying to grow? D, yes, sir. I'm just a little bit confused. Like, where did grow come from? Or sort SRC? Because I get the OBJ. Is that the result? How am I supposed to? Here, let's look at the stack. Because I think I fixed the stack. And then this one's just supposed to be the same thing as the stack. Heavy. The stack. Grow. It's always dangerous. No, nothing says grow, huh? It says clone. You could also clone the other. That object. I don't think I'm done with this. This doesn't look done at all. All right. I need better thumbnails, man. I wish I could automate the thumbnails. It's just such a pain in the butt to have to. This isn't right. So, but there's no grow. Clone. Insert. Insert. Clone. So what did I took out the grow function? Creates a clone on the heap, and then I can adjust the total. Sure. But then isn't the grow? This sets it to the destination. But I still need the grow function. No, even with this, I'm gonna need the grow function to do grow. So new. All right. So now what do we need? We need to call clone. I'm gonna say autojack growth equals nil. All right. Now we're gonna call clone with growth and total new. Right? Then we are going to check to see if grow dot, sorry, dot, no, it's not a dot, origin Sorry, compiler wants me to do it like this now. I'm tired of fighting it. I usually just return because like you try to minimize the levels of nesting, right? But then the compiler starts complaining. It says, no, I can't guarantee this variable is going to be here unless you do your work in nested in the if statement. I mean, I can kind of understand it. It's kind of a pain in the butt. It goes against um, that one rule, but whatever. You can swim with the flow of the river, or you could try to swim up the river. Well, fish are pretty good at swimming upriver. I am not. So f growth dot origin. Then we're gonna delete. Wait, why am I cloning this? Right? Clone growth. Where's the clone thing? What do I need? The destination. Stack now. Copy to Ray, and then I move back, and then I'm just a little bit confused. So the destination is equal to what? This is just the origin. But aren't I supposed to do? I'm passing in. This is just so confusing. So what is obj? That's the what did this? This is the source. That's why I'm just so confused about this. Delete the object. Do what? But wait, isn't this? This is the thing. I'm supposed to call the clone function, right? So this stuff is not supposed to be here. First off, I'm supposed to clone. Wait, what was in there? No, I messed up. SRC. I'm just so confused with SRC. So where do I call this? Crow. Origin. And then get The start and the stop. We're printing. Then we're going to grow. Okay, so what do I have access to right now? I don't know why I have the string in there. OBJ. And so OBJ is this in this context. Is that an inline function? Yeah, because it's an inline. Okay, so this is my problem. Right here. This inline function. No, I need a result. No, grow doesn't need a result. Clone, it's supposed to call clone. No, time's up. I gotta finish what I'm doing or else it's just broken. Auto-jacked grow equals clone. Wait, clone equals, no, sorry. Nope. Clone growth total new. Auto-jacked grow total. Clone. That's the total new. Yeah. All right. And then what do? Grow. Supposed to return a pointer to the thing. Return nil. F growth dot or not growth dot origin. Nope. All right. And then do one, just delete the thing. All right. Guess I have to go to the bathroom again, unfortunately. So what do we got to do? Pretty much, you clone it and then delete it. Does this use this uses the T stack copy? So I have a T stack copy now. What is that one? What does a T stack copy do? T stack copy. It's sad I'm out of time. I don't want this thing to drag on forever. It's really confusing though. So grow, what am I trying to do? So I know the total and the count, right? That's why I saved them. That's why I passed them in. All right, along with the object. And this one's static. Why is this saying SRC? I just don't need that. Destination. Oh, clone is going to be. That's why I need it. Is because I don't have clone. I guess maybe I need one that says like a static clone, and then one that's a source clone. Oh, that's why I passed in this, right? Des. It has to be this has to be the destination. That's why that OBJ syntax is just um, bad. So this I can clone from this, just having the pointer to it. But then in order to grow the memory, I need to have the object and the RAM factory. All right, clone. So then this thing is going to have to be um, static void clone. It's going to have the what is it? STR SRC. Total new and count new. And so this is going to allow us to be able to shrink the string when we clone it. So this is a clone and shrink operation. And destination origin is equal to this origin new. So we call the RAM factory where the RAM and this is how we create the new one, source RAM factory. Okay. So now clone is I'm gonna have to pass in now SRC. All right, and then I think SRC OBJ is terminology that I'm going to be using actually for this. Is there an SRC here? Test object. Oh, because I'm calling that the source object. All right. I will just disregard that one, and we will just rename this one to be SIC. Delete that line. Clone the RAM factory. What is the benefit of this one? Why do I need the destination? Right, because it's like the output parameter. Okay. Dest. Where am I? Dest.origin. Wait. Hold on. Right. F not source. Here throw this up at the top. Wait, dest equals nil. Huh? Why does it say dest equals nil nil? Hold on, I'm confused. F not source. Return. Why did I say dest equals nil nil? Source RAM. Source. Oh wait, hold on. No. Destination. All right, I don't know which one I'm supposed to use. Use the destination. I would have to use the destination. I could configure that. Let's say by default, I'm going to use the destination. One. But then, if I want to change that, it'd be pretty easy. I just make another autoject and just set the destination to whatever RAM factory I want. So that would be outside of the scope of this function. All right, so what am I doing? RAM equals des.ram. Don't even use this until down here. Where does it say RAM? Right here. But use it anywhere else. I don't even use it anywhere else. Man. I need to start thinking about Trump. I started off hating the guy, and then eventually I started liking him and supporting him, and then all my friends who hated Trump then started hating me, and, taking everything I say in the least gracious way possible, and signing no good faith, and then Trump does all this bad stuff to Ukraine and the stock market, tariffs, and I like a lot of the stuff Doge is doing, but it's like Trump's trying to do all this stuff at once, and people don't even know what the hell's going on, and so they're all up in arms, and it's like, our allies are like trying to cut us out of the supply chain now because we're not reliable. They could just pull our ability to participate in the economy out, just like how Trump complains about how the Democrats were debanking people. He goes and does the same thing. Like, yeah, but you can't be focused too much on it because you just like get Trump derangement syndrome. You don't want that shit. So it's like you can fight back. When it makes sense to do so, but you gotta stay strong and not get so caught up in what people are saying. Oh, My time is gone. It's time to go eat lunch, anyways. So I don't care. I just don't want to like end the stream. Destination.org. Yes. That doesn't make any sense. Destination.origin equals what? Huh? Growth? Growth. What's this grow? So clone would need to say, because it's a stack, it would also need to say grow. Is count new equals -1. Because I could like, I can't like grow the count without pushing stuff on it, but I can shrink it. Count new, and then where's the source? This. Oh, but I need the RAM factory, right? So then I would do what? AJT.RAM. That's not bad. I don't care. That's absolutely doable. I can do that. It is a little bit complicated, yeah. What else are you gonna do? What the hell is that? What is it? It's not complicated to use the auto objects. The code behind the auto objects, yeah, that's complicated, but but it's also easy to understand. So we're gonna delete what? Delete what? F growth origin. Delete what the auto check. All right, and then set. Now we're gonna do autoject. Authoject. Autoject. THS equals this. No, AJT. And then delete this, and then this dot origin equals growth dot origin. Is that RAM equals that? What am I doing with the delete? I shouldn't have to do that. I think it just object. Okay. Delete this and then set origin. It's not horrible. Because this way, I could take with this clone function. The old clone function, all it would do was just double the total. But the new clone function, oops, equals 1. Oops, now I have to do the thing. So total new, if that's less than 0. Auto check, row total. And then count. T stack, total. Oh, right. Now I would say if count new less than 0, we're going to set count new to count. All right, so now if, wait, first let's check the f. So f count greater than, wait, hold on, I have to do this after this. Oh. F count new is greater than count new. We're gonna return it. Nope. Oh, don't we do a code though? I don't know, man. Adding the. It's nice to be able to pass back an error code as the pointer instead of just doing null pointer. You do have to be diligent to whenever you check the errors that you're using that programmatically instead of just doing your checking if it's equal or not equal to 0 or equal 0, whatever. I forgot to unmute the mic. Oops. It's a problem with having the camera off. If you get to mute the thing, at least if I like forget to mute my mic, like, who are you talking to? Your mic's off. But then if I'm not on there, I could just be sitting there talking to myself. And then, it happens more often than I'd like. So total and then count. Wait, grow needs what? The source? Why does it need the source? Grow is the auto check. Well, I'm not sure what to say about that. Do I need the source? What do I need from the source? Clone from the source. What is the source? Right? Wouldn't that be the destination? I don't really think I need this. It doesn't really make sense. I would just do a T putter, right? To what? It's a string, right? So it's a str putter to des.origin. Right? Growth. Oh, that's the destination. Wait, no, isn't this the source? Delete the source. src.ram. All right. And so this thing kind of like acts like a function parameter. You pass that into the clone growth, the source, object grow total. What does this do? Let's say total was negative, right? Say it's a -7. Then it would be -7. What is this? Algorithm. I'm just adding the total twice. So it's the same thing as like 2 times -7. It's just faster to do it this way. All right. So I think it's camera angle. Oh, what am I doing, man? I'm overtime. I gotta go switch over to do UX design. I've been belly flopping hard. Excuse me. Wait, so I think the way the compiler wants me, this is the way I'm used to doing it. But that's not the way the compiler wants me to do it. It wants me to do it like this so we can check and it can verify that growth origin is 100% verified. I don't know why I can't do it the other way. Don't ask me. If origin, let me set that source origin. Source to the growth, right? Okay. Then this is the old one. And am I wiping it? What do I gotta do? D object wipe. It's not even a D object wipe. Oh. I'm gonna need another one of these. Let's go over to the debug header. What do we got? Debug. Where's the object one? It does what? This is gonna. Is there only one? The array one. So we need. Okay. It's gonna be more like this one. The array one. Let's see. ARY. What's the difference? SCK. Origin. I don't have the function, so I'll call it stack one. Fill. OBJ. Do I want to fill with this? Yeah. Stack fill. All right. So probably need to rename it stack fill. Let's do this with this one. So for debug purposes, we'll throw this up at the top. I like to put that stuff up there. All these pointers. Print, and then we'll put it below print. T stack wipe. Hey, look, exactly what I wanted. Let's call it T stack fill. And then we're gonna do a what is it? CHA filter. How do I do it with the T array fill? Object fill. I have a fill chart. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Fill. This is totally not right. What do I do? T array fill. Do I have a might as well do a CHA pointer. Just continue the legacy. I want to return it. T array fill. Sorry, just array fill. Begin. Let's look at the one that it's wanting me to use. What is this one? Origin count fill chart. So let us calculate the buffer size. Then from the if not obj return nil. But then it's wanting me to do this. I'm so used to doing that. I don't know. I'll just let the compiler bark at me, actually. So what is it? OBG or OBJ. We're going to fill up the total times size of T, baby. And fill char. How long is that? 80 characters. We're good to go. And then array fill is just the size count. And then the fill char. Okay. See, that's nice and easy. T stack. So then I'm going to take the function, go over to the string, right? I want T string print. I'm going to put it right below here. Just for debug purposes, it's going to say string, and I'm just going to call str. I'm going to return T stack fill. Fill char, what does that mean? Generally, almost always means I would use 0. Right? Not always, though, because I might want to, like, put a, like, imagine it's a string, right? So I have some characters, right? And then I have one null terminator character. And then maybe after that, I want it all to be ones. Okay, sure. Right. SCK. Why is this in here? Uh-oh. All right. So then we do fill. Was it CHT? Izzy. What was that? Just Izzy, right? T putter. STR. Oh wait, SCK. Wait. T stack. CHT. I could just rename CHT to T, and then I wouldn't have that problem. That should work, right? This one. All right. Return. Stores. What is this? A nil? Nil. Excuse me. Wait. T stack copy. Oh. Destination object. T stack copy. Result. This isn't too bad. I might just want to put. I don't really particularly like having to do that. I always forget. Wait. 0. Invalid. Maybe I could say erroneous is erroneous. Footer is error. Why not, right? Footer is error. Footer is valid. Footer is error. Okay, whatever. What did I compile that? Never gonna get done with this, huh? So T stack copy. Destination object source count. Where's source? Didn't I like replace that? SRC. Okay. And then this is a problem because can I convert from a string to a stack? T putter. All right, and then what about SRC? Where do I get this at? Clone. What is this? T putter. S no T stack. THT is I'm kind of getting tired of that. I could totally get rid of that pain in the butt if I just do. Wait. If I just change CHT to T, I would be fine. I could just do that. It would save me a bunch of pain. Do I have to do that? Does it mess anything up? T. Oh, shoot. Right. So CHT. So I would have to change this T to tight. And then compile it. See if the replace worked. Hey, look! Whoa! Damn, bro. I was not expecting that shit. What do we got? Infinite looping? You know how we roll, bro. Oh, shoot. Can't even see that. Huh. All right. Oh, yeah. I gotta make it just wide enough to print that. Maybe I need to go down. All right. What do we got? Did it do anything in the start? All right. Oh, we don't have the whole log. Well, it's not copying them, right? Where is the? What are we looking at? Though, is it? Gotta figure out where we're at. Shoot, don't I gotta get off this live stream at 2 hours and 20 minutes, dude? Stream. Okay. So it printed the debug script. And so now, what do? I can do that CHT to T. And then T and Izzy. I'm just going to have to do that manually because I don't want to. There's a lot of these, though. T stack. See, now I can do SCK. Right. Oh. Where'd that go? Does that even work? All right, cool. We're in business. Just gonna get rid of that mofo. All right, so really wish we were closer here. At least it's compiling now. That was a couple of days of like no compile. Rip that everything. So what's the? Is it like trying to grow? Let's run it again, and then pause that. Why you need a mechanical keyboard with a with the oops button, with the pause button. What? Oh shoot! So this is the stack. I broke something in the stack. So the stack's not copying. So then we go over to the config. Revert stack. For some reason, something in there is not working right. Total count less than total. Quick. What do we got? What's the AJT.boover? Uh-oh. This doesn't seem to really make a lot of sense. Okay. So this used to be the auto array. Well, it had to be the auto array because an autoject wouldn't have things like that. What do you do? Yeah, this doesn't make any sense, dude. What the hell? None of this makes sense. T buff. It's supposed to say bind. Well, apparently this is pretty old. Size words. What are we looking for? This would be total. So stack.ajt.boofer.size. T-buff. I don't like the way that this is. The room to stick it in the boofer. Sounds rough, dude. I'm unsure why I did it like this. Why does it say T-buff? Right? Oh, wait. Expected bindings. Wait, I'm confused. Oh, yeah, that was a lineup. We can count. So. I really need to check that one. I don't think that I do, actually. Fine. Words. Rough. Where? 21. I'm sucking right out of this. Improperly terminated macro invocation. What the hell? Where's that? Look at the improperly terminated macro expansion. Gotcha. Stop onslaught. I'm actually surprised it compiled earlier to be 100. This is. That was supposed to be a byte, so it's not a member of AutoCheck. What? Stack.ajt. Is it just there? Stack.origin. Sure why it was exactly like that. Doesn't make any sense though. That's why sometimes it's good to take a break from a project. You come back to it and you're like, this is bozo right here, bro. Like, where the hell this thing even come from? This one messes with me. Total is not a member. What? That's kind of weird. In my head, I can hear some clown music, and I could see these like bunch of bozo ass clowns coming out. Inline. Apparently, I don't have like the most basic functions in here. Total. Return. Don't ask me how that was done. Bytes. T stack byte. No, bytes. T is total. Okay. And then inline is the words. ACPU byte log 2. Huh? What happened? Whoa. Damn, bro. This shit is deep, son. What happened? Infinite loop? Looks like it's not growing. Oh no. Stack 48. All right. 48. Right? Oh god. I don't want to do anything in this unit test. All this stuff is like super basic and really tedious. So, what happened? So I switched the copy function over. Everything was working fine. We're growing. Oh wait, can't see. No. Wish I had a button that could just like snap that. All right. So. Fine. All right. 6. Calling. So that's 7, and then where's the grow code? So negative 28. What does that error mean? Stack Overflow at index negative 1. So error negative 28 is error 28. So auto growing. And then I'm copying the data over. And then the result was what, this? Well, that looks like the result I want. And then what happened? So then I ended up with result negative. Some crazy number. What is the result? Is that a pointer? Must be a pointer. An error expecting 8, and then I found some crazy number. So then error stack overflow. Looks like I try to copy it, and then again. All right, well, I gotta kill the stream. It's compiling. I'm not too happy. But there's nothing I could do. I wanted to get beyond this so bad, but this was complicated, and there was a bunch of bows of code up in there. But hey, thanks for tuning in. Later.